Hello everyone! Honestly, I'm very excited because finally this is my first inset mosaic crochet pattern. It took me rather long time until I got all my courage together to try this method and finally to understand how it works. And you will not believe it, it is actually so easy. So the difference between two mosaic techniques, inset and overlay, is mostly stitches. For this technique that this pattern sample I created, inset, you are using single crochet and double crochet. They are worked into both loops. Into overlay mosaic crochet, you are using only back and front loop stitches, and for inset mosaic crochet you are also using chain spaces, so we have then space where to put those double crochet stitches. You chain, and those how those chain look from behind. Those are 2 rows with chains. Then you skip here the stitches and you work those double crochet into skipped stitches 3 rows below. Let's take a look at the edges. So neat, nice, no tails, and at the end of each row I do not chain 1. If you prefer, you can do that. It's absolutely optional. Most people do that. I don't. This is how it looks the right side, where you carry the yarn from row to row. So you change the colors, and to hide this you will need just 1 round of single crochet. You can do, of course, whatever stitch you want and as many rounds as you want. And these are hidden. You don't need double border, you don't need hide the tails, you don't need to work on the fringe. So easy. Let me take a look at the chart. So as I said, in each color we are working 2 rows. Working from front side, you turn and you work from the back side, back. You change the color with a slip stitch here to color B, chain 1 if you want, and starting from the first stitch, do not count this chain 1 as a stitch. Starting from the first stitch, you single crochet as many stitches as here needed. Let's see what we have. So A color is gray squares, B white ones. All those empty squares, no matter the color, white or gray, are single crochet, a regular single crochet worked in both stitches. 3 circles is our chain 3. So when we are working this row, we chain 3 and we skip those 2 stitches. You continue working here 2 single crochet, again chain 3, you skip those 2 stitches and you continue. Double crochet is always worked 3 rows below, 1, 2, 3, and into those 2 skipped stitches, and we are working over chain 3, leaving those chain 3 behind. This pattern is really very easy. These rows in color B in every part are the same. So if you are working here row 3 in color B, row 4 will be identical to row 3. Here color B, row 7, you turn, you start working from the back side row 8, and it will be identical. So it's very easy, you don't have even to look at the chart. I have a small sample and I want to show you how we are doing this. So here I finished my one repeat. Let me show you how it looks. It's zigzag, it's mountains, triangles, Christmas trees, whatever you see. And the last stitch you work with the same color yarn as the row. Then you grab the other color yarn and you slip stitch. You turn, and as I said, you can chain one if you want. I do not, and you start anyway. You start working from the first stitch. This is our border stitch. We have one border stitch here at the beginning of each row, the first stitch, and at the end of each row, the last stitch is border stitch. Always one extra single crochet. And let's see what here it's our main repeat is in a bold border, and for the first repeat you need those extra 2 stitches on each row just for the symmetry of the picture. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. To start this row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. Let's see what the chart says next. After our 7 single crochet, chain 3 and skip those 2 stitches. Let's see what it says. You see? Chain 3, skip 2 stitches. Chain 3 and we skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, and you continue working in the next stitch. Let me show you in the chart how do you read and where to go next. So after we made this chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are working now only within the bold border. So totally we have 10 single crochet, and again we will repeat chain 3 and we will skip 2 stitches. And like this we will go till the end of the row, no matter how many repeats you have. 3, you skip 2 stitches. Oh, sorry, I did this already. So we have chain 3, single crochet 1, we need 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 single crochet, and again chain 3. Those chain 3 do not have to be neither too loose, neither too tight, just work regularly so they are the same size like your single crochet. You see those V, you see, they have just to be the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and again chain 3, you skip 2 stitches, and the last our stitches are 7 single crochet, and I will show you just a second in a chart. I just remember already. 7 single crochet. So we are at the end, so we need to work and this stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What we do next? We turn and we come back. As I mentioned before, round 3 will be exactly the same. Round 4, sorry, will be exactly the same like row 3. So in each single crochet we will work single crochet, and at the places where we have chain 3 we will repeat the same chain 3. So we just turn. If you wish, you chain 1. I do not. I work single crochet into the first stitch right away, and into all these 7 single crochet we work single crochet, and here we have chain 3. So again we chain 3 and you continue working into single crochet. Here we have 10 single crochet. We work into each of them single crochet stitches. Very easy, very, really. I couldn't believe it. I don't know. In the beginning, for me, it looked so complicated. Where to skip, what to add, where to chain, then where to add this double crochet. But it is so easy. So these gaps here and these skip stitches, let me show you from the front side. The double crochet will be worked into these skipped stitches, and we will leave this chain 3 behind. The double crochet will be worked one here, one here. Very easy. I hope you are not laughing. I'm really so excited, you know. It took me so long. I don't know why. It just didn't click in my head. And then, voila, I got it. And now I understand how easy it is. So let's finish those few stitches. And then what I want, oh, sorry, what I'm thinking about the second row already. So the last stitch, we finish as normally, and you change the yarn with a slip stitch. 10. Do not cut the yarn. Okay, so we change to our color A. Let me show you the chart what we will have now. Our color A. We will work now this row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The same number of stitches like we had here before, no? 7 single crochet and those 2 double crochet. This is what I want to show you, and I want to pay your attention at the height of double crochet. So we need 7 single crochet, and what you have to pay attention is now we have to work double crochet into those 2 skipped stitches, and we leave this chain 3 behind. We do not touch it. And what I want to mention, let me show you. Look, I did this on purpose now, and I worked my regular size double crochet, which is about this height. What you have to do, you have really watch, and when you make the first double crochet stitches, you have to pay attention. They have to line up with this single crochet. This, now that I make a regular double crochet, if you see, if I will, it's not long enough. You have to make it longer, so it will not pull it down, because if I work here we will work single crochet, you see immediately it is too short. Let me show you. You see those double crochet stitches, they have to be in one line with your single crochet that you are working now. So, And these are 3 rows below, these are not 2 rows below. You have 2 options. One option is you work double crochet, but you stretch it a little bit. You make it longer. Long enough to line up with a single crochet stitches in the same row. Do you see the difference? How better it looks now? The second option is you can replace those stitches with extended double crochet. But these all things are on and advices are only if your double crochet is not tall enough. Honestly, my double crochet, regular double crochet, are tall enough, but I still had to pull it and to make it a bit longer. So one option is, or you make it, or you pull a bit longer, or you make it extended double crochet. This is important, because if those stitches will be too short, it will not look nice. And you will regret it. So just pay attention. Now look how nicely it lines up. And those are extended double crochet. Okay, this is important thing what I wanted to tell you. And after 2 double crochet, what we have next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 single crochet like we had before in between those chain 3. So we are working. How many I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again we have those chain 3. So we have to work double crochet into the stitches we skipped 3 rows below, working into both loops and leaving those chain 3 behind. So, and don't forget, watch the height of your stitches. You know, your regular double crochet might be long enough and you do not have here extra attention, but I just want you to watch it and to be sure they are tall enough. And we do not do anything with those chain 3, we just ignore them, we leave them behind, and you continue working into single crochet. So again we will have 10 single crochet. And the last one, let me do extended double crochet. And I think as for me, for my how to say, I think my extended double crochet is perfect size for this technique. I don't have then to pull the stitches and I just can work normally. My extended double crochet is perfect. But for all this sample that I did, I was pulling I was stretching a bit the stitches. The risk here is that you will not stretch them evenly and they will not look even and nice and neat. So think about it. Just pay attention how tall your double crochet is. Do you want to stretch it, or you don't need to do anything, or you want to replace it with extended double crochet? Just it's up to you. I told you, there is a possibility that you will not have to do anything if your double crochet is long enough. So I finished this row and V10. Let's see at the chart what it says. Now we finished row 5. We are turning and we are working row 6. And guess what we have here? we have just all single crochet. Easy peasy. So we are working all just single crochet. And again, you chain one if you prefer. If you don't, you just start working into first stitch. No matter you do chain one or you do not, you start working into first stitch and you do not count chain one as a stitch. So all the way back, all single crochet stitches. That's it. That's all fancy technique, and it's not difficult at all. I hope you will not find this video confusing. I hope it will help you, and you will become a new fan of inset mosaic crochet like I am now. And I hope, really hope, that this is not the last my pattern using this technique. I hope you enjoy it and you find it useful, and I will meet you around. Bye bye.